actually one of my first, or it is my first live broadcast. I thank you guys so much. I thank you for all my friends, my family, my supporters. I thank you for taking the time to tune in to me, to listen to what I have to say. Sometimes I can be rather crazy. I just really speak from my heart and my spirit, and some things I'm really passionate about. I digress. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, and I'm not going to be too long-winded in this because I've got so many other things going on, and I really want to take some time to get myself together, my presentation, my appearance. Appearance is everything, especially in this superficial world that we live in, right? It's all about what you look like, right? What you look like, what you look like. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the importance of self-care and self-love. And I have never been one to judge. I don't say, oh, well, she did this and she did that and she did this and she did that. No, and I don't want anybody saying it about me either. And if you do, well, okay, that's your opinion. Everyone has a right to an opinion, so I don't get caught up in that. But it is really important to take that time to love on yourself, especially us as women of color. We wear so many hats, we do so many things, and oftentimes we neglect taking care of ourselves, right? We don't get our hair done as much as we'd like to because we got bills to pay and kids to provide for, and the list just goes on and on and on. One of the things that I really want to talk about and dive into, just total transparency, is doing cosmetic things. Um, some people say, "Oh no, that's not good. You got fake this, you got fake that, you got augmentation. You didn't have this done, that done." And what I realize is that a lot of the people that say those things only say those things because they can't afford to, right? Implants, even the cheap route, what, 6,000, 7,000. I think I topped the bar with almost 20. And yeah, I'll say that, I'm not going to broadcast them because I didn't do anything that I've ever done. I do it from a place of self-love. It's not what I want other people to see, it's how I want to see myself. So, but one of the things that have kind of swept the world by storm is red light therapy. And there's so many scientific studies that have been done about the benefits of red light therapy, how it can help contour your body and, really, tighten up areas without having to have surgery and give you that youthful glow and all of those things. And it actually does work. I've not, I've tried one area on myself, and just in one treatment, seeing the results. So I have invested in this state of the art red light therapy system. And maybe a little bit later, I'll get into doing a demonstration. I'm having this will be my third Sister Circle on the 26th of October, and I'm going to be doing live demonstrations for my guests that come. I traditionally have been very, very reserved about who I allow in my space and allow in my home, because our home is our sanctuary, and it's where we can close out all the toxins, the negative energy from the outside world, and really feel and know that when you're home, your home is protected. Um, and that's how I historically have always operated. But I am operating in a spirit of faith and not fear. And I'm going to open it up to whoever wants to come to my home and participate in the women's circle, because it's not about reaching the people that I already know, but it's about having that opportunity to share with women and sisters that I don't know. Um, with this, and I also do individual eyelashes, and I want to help. I'm not one of those women. Like if you watch my previous um, post, I am really, really passionate about helping uplift and build and inspire. That's why I created the Save Our Sisters circle, because the world and society makes us think that we have to compete. There's only so many slots for successful black women. There's only so many slots for successful independent women. There's only so many. And no, it's not that. It's never that. Because what I've come to know is that your gifts work better when I enhance them. So when I give you what I have and you add that to what you have, that not only helps you to shine better, but it helps me to shine better, because it shows you're not my competition. You're my ally. You're my sister. And we have to turn that dynamic around. We have to reprogram our thoughts and our consciousness, because really and truly, we're never going to get what we deserve until we start working together collectively, supporting each other collectively, coming together. That's why the word says, never forsake the assembling of others. Where two or more are gathered in my presence and agree on a thing, it is done. So imagine that impact that you would have if you got 5 people that agree on one thing. If you got 10 people that agree on one thing. If you have 100 people that agree on one thing. Imagine how powerful that truth is. We are beautiful, each and every one of us, in our own unique ways. My beauty doesn't diminish your beauty. Your beauty doesn't diminish my beauty, because we are more beautiful when we come together. So, I want to help. I want to help my sisters learn how to stay youthful, bright, vibrant, enhance your beauty, not just make it cosmetically unnatural. I can't wait. I wish I could just get a van and go all across the country and redo all of my sister's eyelashes. It irks me to my core when I see those big giant windshield wipers. Because guess what? Your eyes are the windows to your soul. So people can't see your eyes. They can't recognize, oh, that's a good person. That's a good person in there. Let me see your eyes. We got so much stuff all over them. You got eyelashes, you got mascara, you got eyeshadow, you got this, you got that, and you're wondering why you can't attract the right man, why you can't attract what you want in your space. Because the spirit can't see you. That's why certain things about the Middle East, certain principles, certain philosophies, I actually am really pro for. You know, it's not about the men, being dominant and the women, bowing down to the man, even though that's part of it. But to know a person, to really know a person, all you have to do is look in their eyes. When you look in their eyes will tell you everything that you need to know about that person. So anyway, with that being said, what I am doing, because this is fundraising initiative, and I have a lot. I have so many different things, so many concepts. I have my healthy eating habits, my jackfruit menu, where I am all meatless based, no meat, no processed, no nothing. Feeling so good at 44 than I did at 24. Heck, then 14. Really. And that's not even I've been so off of my regular routine because of all the things that have been happening, all the supernatural downloads, and I spend quite a bit of time. I don't even call it fasting anymore. It's adjusting to my circadian rhythm, if you want to call it, my sleeping patterns, my eating habits, but it's really giving more over to my spirit than my flesh. It could be days before I even hunger for a meal. I don't eat a full plate of anything. If it doesn't fit in my hand, it's not for me. Because I have learned that it's quality over quantity. I don't need a whole bunch of processed apple, a handful of broccoli, a small salad. And most of the time it's just sticking a handful of spinach in my mouth. Not all fancy, We're supposed to be more focused on our spiritual feeding. So the meals that I eat through the day is my prayer and my meditation, my time with my Creator, with my Abba, with Mother Nature. That's my food. Really, that's your food. So these things that I'm been given, that I've been charged with, helping my sisters to learn how to love themselves, how to heal themselves. It's so funny, my name being what it is, my name being Narcissa, and everywhere you go, every conversation I hear, it's narcissism. I have never ever heard my name being thrown around so much than the time that we're living in now, because I think that people really misconceive what it is to be a narcissist. Narcissism doesn't mean vanity, egocentric, conceited. It means I love myself to a space and to a place to where I know I'm the best. You want to know why I'm the best? Because I'm the only. I'm the only Narcissa as far as I'm concerned. So absolutely, I want to be the absolute best version of myself that ever walked this earth. And how I do that is by loving me, by pouring into me, by doing whatever it is. And I'm not saying, go off the deep end, because this is not about outer. This is not about external. This external stuff, this is smoke and mirrors. Because it does me no good to be beautiful on the inside, but to be spiritually bankrupt. And that's what we're living in. We're living in a time where people are at an all-time deficit of their spiritual knowledge. And you want to know why that is? Because we have become so dependent on man that you're not going to your source for anything. Can you imagine how lonely our Father is? I imagine. Can you imagine how much he says that we are the apple? When's the last time somebody told you you are the apple of my eye? Mwah! God, I love you. I'm in love with you. I chase you to the ends of the earth. I'll go where nobody will ever go for you. I will go that distance. I will come and get you. I will come and save you from wherever it is that nobody wants to touch, can't even touch. And we give them what? 30 seconds. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And that's it. If that. Because a lot of people don't even do that. How many times have you just woke up in the morning and the first thing on your mind is, oh God, how I love you. Thank you. Thank you that you love me so much. You didn't take me during my sleep. You didn't let anything take me during my sleep. You didn't let something attack my mind and wake me up crazy and dazed and confused and go, because that happens. See all these mass shootings, all these people that, I don't know, he went home last night and came into the building and just shot up a whole bunch of people. Where do you think that come from? You think this person that, was naturally a very loving, very outgoing, I would have never guessed that this person was capable of mass murderers. Where do you think that come from? If you're not thanking God for waking you up in a right mind, why would he continue to do it? If you're not thanking him, God, I'm so glad, I'm so grateful that you didn't. I got into an argument with with my boyfriend, with my girlfriend, with my significant other, and I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that it didn't stay in a place in my heart to where it hardens and I might ruin a good relationship, or there's not an opportunity for forgiveness, or I got into a argument with my sister or my brother, and now we haven't talked for years. Now I can't tell you when the last time we got together. How often are you really being appreciative and being thankful and being grateful for the space and the place that you're in? Never mind where you're at in life, financially, because that's all subject to change. Everything is temporary. So if you're in a tight space, you never know. The only reason you might be in that tight space is because you're not being thankful and you're not being grateful for the tight space that you're in. Because the tight spaces are the place where you really start to develop. And that's sad, that you really only develop a prayer life when you have a need for something. How ungrateful is that? I'm only on bended knee. I'm only sweating in prayer. I'm only fasting. I'm only doing this because I need out of this jam. I need out of this fix. I need God to change it. I need Him to turn my life around. I need Him to bless me with finances. I need Him to bless me with material things. I need Him to bless me with a promotion. I need Him to bless me with a man. I need Him to bless me with a... So that's the only reason. The only reason that you're devoting time to the one thing that can turn all that around for you. Skip a job. If my life is dependent on the relationship that I have with my Father, that is, and this is, in total truth, that's my job. That's what I do all day long, is pray, 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 and meditate. Pray, pray, reflect, pray, pray. Listen with my spirit. Act in my spirit. Just like this right here, right now. Because I'm not one. I've never been one. I've been a trainer. I've been a facilitator. I've been a counselor. An organizer. But speaking to my peers, speaking to my people, has always been what I ran from. And you want to know why? Because we are the most judgmental people on this earth. And what's crazy is we have the audacity to be judgmental and ain't got, like my mama used to say, a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Nothing. We have the least of everything, but steady. Run. All this talk. Talk about this, talk about that. Want to know why you don't have what you want to have, what you think you deserve? Because you're too busy putting your mouth on. God say, hey, touch not my anointed. So if we are his children, his anointed, because we all of God's children have an anointing, have a calling. That's why you're here. Because it's something that only you can do, that can't nobody else on the face of this earth do. Just like me. It's only something that I can do that nobody else on the face of this earth can do. Wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to, what is it? What is it that only I can do that can't nobody else do like me? Good God Almighty. What is that? Let me chase it. Let me chase it. Let me chase my God so I can find out what in me is unlike nothing else on the face of this earth. Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to love on that? Why wouldn't I want to hone in on that? I have recognized for a very long time my gift. That's why my for-profit business, Modern Day Media and Marketing, specializing and emphasizing on small business, community development, bringing out the quintessential you in your business, and my nonprofit, Modern Day Ministries, disseminating real-time, rapid relief in crisis situations, regardless of the circumstances, out of the faith that there are still an abundance of people that have a heart for the kindness in humanity. My gift has always been my desire to help other people. That's my gift. Well, one of, have a lot of gifts. Reading, writing, poetry. Not gonna go into all of that. That's not important right now. But you are. You're important. You matter. And if nobody else has told you that, you know that Narcissa told me that. Narcissa told me that I'm beautiful. Narcissa told me that I matter to God. Narcissa told me that God is looking for me, that God is waiting for me. So let me take Narcissa's advice. If I don't, so what? If I don't do anything else, if I don't tap into wanting to feel good about myself, looking good and all that good stuff, well, hey, that's on you. But if you don't take anything else, take that. Take that. And know He is. He's looking for you. He's waiting for you. Patiently, because Papa's not. He's not aggressive. You better pray. You better take this one. No. Papa's saying, Hey, princess. Hey, my prince. There's my boy. I missed you. Come here. Let daddy hug on you. Let daddy love on you. Because I know the world ain't loving you right. The world not doing you right. Come here and let me embrace you. I've waited for this moment. I've anticipated this moment. What is it? What is it that you want to know about you that I made fearfully, beautifully, wonderfully, perfectly? What you want to know? Because I know every DNA strand, I know every hair follicle, I know every sin, I know every transgression, I know every heartache, I know every heartbreak, I know every disappointment, I know every failure, I know every act of violence that was committed on you. I know every act of violence you committed. I know every thought you had. I know. I know before you know. So what is it that you want to know about you? And what are you willing? What are you willing to give me in exchange for that information? You ready to give me that broken heart? You ready to give me that insecurity? You ready to put down that bad habit? You ready? You ready to give me all that mess so I can give you what I made you to be? Nothing missing, nothing broken. Ain't nothing missing or broken from your life. Only thing that's missing is your relationship with your Creator. That's what's missing. That's all that's missing. Because when you know and when you understand and when you make Him your everything, like we make everything else our everything. We make money our everything. We make success our everything. We make finances our everything. We make our children our everything. We make our relationship our everything. We make our appearance our everything. We make these labels our everything. We make cars our everything. We make shoes our everything. You make house your everything. You make job your everything. You make your education your everything. You make your accomplishments your everything. You make everything. Everything. You make your everything. But you make your everything nothing. God. And we wonder why we in this mess. We wonder why. Can't sleep at night. Can't get no peace. Can't connect with the right people, the right persons. Wonder why. That's why. So, let's fix that. Because I fixed that. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. Because I can leave out the door right now. And if I haven't centered myself in God, this person talk to me wrong, look at me wrong, it might not be so holy and sanctified. Yeah, and I can say that. Because I'm human too. But unless I submit to my spirit, God's spirit, and say, I'm not going to take my frustrations out on people. I'm going to take them frustrations and say, here, God, you take these frustrations. You make it work. Because if I take it and I keep it, it's just going to be a mess. And the world going to look at me, and the world going to judge me, and the world going to say, she say she believe in God, but she just cussed me out like nobody's business. Now, how God-like is that? And I could be very much full of God. But in that moment, if I'm not letting Him take the wheel, very much so. But when you come out of your flesh and connect with your spirit, when you spend majority of your time praying, when you're fasting, when you're eliminating the toxins of the man-made things, because man-made things are doing things to your spirit. I want you to know that, people. I want you to know these people are very deliberate. They know what to do to keep you in a spirit, a spirit of carnality and a spirit of flesh. They know what to do. They're going to keep pushing carnal things. They're going to keep pushing all these things. All this processed food, all this half-naked women, all these disrespectful men. We're going to keep shoving that. We're going to keep shoving that down your throat so you can stay in a carnal space, in a fleshly space. Because when you start putting it down, even little by little, because a lot of people can't handle drastic changes. Yeah, I understand. And when you've grown up, you know, been raised and reared on, you know, eating, you know, don't leave no meat on there, but, you know, you have to unlearn those things. Well, you better not waste no food. You better eat all of that. You better eat all that chicken off that bone. You better eat it. When you're used to, I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't do. If I don't eat this, if I don't eat all this food, if I don't do, I'm gonna get in trouble. And they spin it to where, oh hey, if I speak out against this, if I speak out against these people, they gonna walk. Oh, they coming for me. They gonna lock me up. I'm gonna be a target. They gonna come after me. They gonna try to kill me. They gonna try to take your. What's yours? Whose life is it to take? If the creator of this universe owns everything, don't he own you too? So if that's what made me, and that's who I have to answer to, you think I might want to check in with him and say, okay, what's going to be my consequence if I do this? If I stay in sin, if I'm fornicating, if I'm, you know, having sex outside of marriage and I'm sleeping with multiple partners and I'm doing drugs and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm lying and cheating and all that. Am I gonna have to pay for that one day? What is it gonna cost me? What? A lifetime in eternal fire? Oh, I might want to rethink that. Yeah, let me go back. Hey, baby girl, I'm sorry. You know, it was good while it lasted. I gotta get on my alignment. I gotta do what he say. So I can't roll like that no more. Women, same thing. Girl, We done been together 5 years, and he won't put a ring on it. He don't. Yeah, he taking me out this weekend. We finna go on and we finna do a vacation. You know it's gonna be good. Ain't come under covenant with nothing. And you think he finna bless that? The reason why you 5 years and ain't got no ring, because you don't know that you worth more than that ring, because that ring is only symbolic. I don't care if a man put a Bazooka Joe ring on my finger. If it's in the presence of God and he's saying, this is me. This is what you gave me stewardship over. I'm responsible for the direction that she go, and whatever is connected to her go. I assume that responsibility, and I promise to you, God, because your vows. And that's what I learned. Your vows, you're not making to your partner. You're making that promise to God. God, I promise I'm going to honor, respect, obey. I'm going to submit to this man. I'm not making that promise to you. You just witnessing. So really, a marriage certificate, you should be signing as a witness. You know, why these people twist us up with all this paperwork and all this stuff. None of that mean nothing. And it's out of context. Because you're the witness. You and your groom are the witness to the promise that you're making to God. Saying, God, I promise you that I'm going to honor my vows. I'm going to honor my vows to you through her. I'm going to honor my commitment to you through him. That's the witness. You're the witness. But you see how they got you all duped up, souped up. Yeah. I bet you didn't know. You didn't know I know these things the way that I know these things. This is not me speaking. This is the Spirit of the living God that speaks through me and gives me what to say to you. And my hope and my prayer is that the information that I deliver to you, the guests that I'm going to have on my show, empower you to deliver your spirit so that you can take control of your destiny and be that one of a kind, that masterpiece, that magnifique that he's created you to be. So, with that, I'm going to end this episode. I'll be back on later on, maybe this evening. And we're going to pick up this conversation. You see, but behind me, my sister wall, I put up right now my my grief board. I know holidays are what you call them. Holidays are coming up. And a lot of us have lost loved ones, and this time of year can be a bit of a pill to swallow. October 24th this year would be my second born. He'd be turning 19 on the day after Halloween. His birthday is November the 1st, and he died a week before his birthday in 2013. And so I'm doing something differently this year. A couple of things I'm doing differently, but I'm going to share that experience with you on how I honor and how I remember my baby, because he's not gone, just like my mother. She's not gone. The 8, 15, so this will be 16 years now. I lost my mother when I was 28, 44. So it'll be 16 years, November the 13th. And those processes, I had to learn how to give over to God, how to not let my atmosphere shift to a place of darkness, how to have a spirit of celebration and not devastation, how to remember. I'm also coordinating, and I like this to be nationwide, worldwide, an ancestral walk on Halloween, because the dark forces are gathering. They're doing their seances and rituals and sacrifices and all of those things. So it is important for us children of the Most High, for us ambassadors of light, to be that light in this darkness and start repelling. We have to start repelling some of this darkness is out here, and it's running rampant because there are not enough of us good gathering. Me and all my effervescent light and all of my beautiful light still doesn't have the same impact if I gathered with 9 other, 10 other, 20 other. Can you imagine? Let me get 100, just 100 of my beautiful, God-filled, spirit-filled, supernatural warrior goddesses together and start praying down. We're gonna stay. We don't do this ancestral walk. We're gonna stay. Gum on the bottom of their shoe. Because we need to repent and say, Papa, we sorry. We're sorry that our ancestors engaged in witch practices and witchcraft and sorcery and sacrificing and all of those things that these other things taught our people. We're sorry that they did that. We're sorry that we did that. We're sorry that we're doing that. We don't want to do that anymore. We don't want to worship these idols. We don't want to worship these labels. We don't want to worship these rappers and these celebrities and these entertainers. And we don't want to worship that. We want to worship you. That's all we want to talk about. I don't even involve myself in conversations. If you ain't talking about God, it ain't nothing. What? I am about my Father's business. I don't care. What do how men act have anything to do with the business that I have with God? What you think about all this feminine men? What you think about this masculine woman? Or what that got to do with my salvation? What do that have to do with the person that I am? You know, start having. You know, people so mind controlled. You know, we got to stop being that. We got to stop being them bandwagon Negroes.